We need to get into production since you're a producer.
Okay, yeah.
For sure, so man.
I'm gonna show you a post actually on Instagram.
Okay, bet.
It made a good point that I was talking with my roommate about. Producer Grind. Shout out Producer Grind on Instagram. They got some good content.
Oh yeah, I listened to their podcast a couple times.
Yeah, I seen it.
They had some good ones. Matter of fact, we talk about a lot of the stuff they said.
Yeah.
What they said?
But it's basically if you see it, go to their page. It says from 2010 to 2018. It shows like a lot of like if you think about it like an orchestral type producer. Like it has a whole bunch of sounds, has a whole bunch of different things in the song.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says 2019 till now is just it's more simple. It's more like you just trying to get a beat out. You know what I mean? You trying to get anything out that hits that knocks in the car. It's like popcorn versus a full course meal. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so this I had shout out Miles Creed. I had him on the show a week or two ago. And he's an artist, but he's very big on production. And me and him had a similar conversation of this too. And I was asking him how much credit does a producer should get these days, because if we gonna sit here and say, well, rappers can really say anything on the song now, and it's all about the beat. How much, and from your standpoint, I think what you're saying is, as years have went on, the beats have become less creative.
Yeah, I agree.
So how much is the producer really worth? Is it like how people say, well, anybody can rap nowadays? Can anybody be a producer nowadays too, in your opinion?
Yes, because there's a difference. There's a producer, then there's a beat maker.
All right.
I feel like a beat maker, even though there might be something to get mad, but I feel like the beat maker is somebody who can take stuff that they can't really play. And chop that up to make it sound good.
Speak of that. So like the people who can't really play instruments, is that what you're alluding to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's nothing wrong with using samples. Because if you can't sing, it's cool to use a voice sample and you can change it and flip it up. But my thing is like, if you respect the art, you would learn how to play that stuff. Because them are sounds that somebody play. Like you can learn how to play that and make your own sound. And that's what I think. That's my thing. If you look at it in an artistic standpoint, you can only flip a sample so many ways.
Okay.
You can only put so many plugins. You can only do this and that. And I feel like if you learn how to play that, you can put an augmented chord, you can put a minor chord, a major, a seventh, all that type of stuff, and then make up your own melody in your head, because you learning how to create.
All right, understandable. But what if, for the sake of, because if you learn how to play all these things, there's live instrumentation, and it's kind of hard to record nowadays. So, what if it's not that people? Well, I mean, I know you could do the keyboard kind of thing, put that in. But I'm saying like horns, stuff like that.
Okay.
Then you would have to
sample that.
Yeah, or go to a very expensive studio and all that. So for the sake of affordability, for lack of a better word, is it something wrong with, like, I don't know, like, okay, I don't know necessarily how to play, but I respect the art.
See, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna say that because it's accessibility,
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you're not accessible to a horn, that's okay. That's cool. Yeah. I just think the stuff look, what I mean by the art is what you're limited to.
Okay.
So if you got these sounds and you got the keyboard, I would at least try to learn how to play, because that's.
Yeah, the keyboard I think is essential. Now, all right, I feel like, okay, if you're gonna make beats, I'm not gonna say you have to make, but you should.
Yeah, you should.
After you've crafted out a certain sound, and that's worked for a minute, I think it's probably best to learn some kind of keyboard skill.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not the best keyboard player, but what I do is, for my music, even if it might not be just all these different types of sounds, I work with what I got. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I work with what I got.
Somewhere.
And I have a 2-octave MIDI keyboard.
All right.
So What I do is I have a whole bunch of different presets or instruments and stuff, so you can click on this horn and you can play it on this keyboard.
All right.
That's what I mean by saying, like, cause that's what I mean by saying that you should be able to play that, because that way you could have more creativity. But that's if you want that.
Okay.
But when it comes to sampling, I feel like people sample the same way, and people, okay, look, they're only sampling for rap. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when it come to rock, you got a band. When it come to jazz, you got a band. You got to, when it come to...
you can recreate it.
Yeah, you can recreate it.
That's what you're saying. Where
So, yeah.
hip-hop is kind of like...
It's going to...
raw,
Yeah.
it's just stolen completely.
Yes, it's a lot of sampling going on.
Where do you think that's what made Kanye so great? That he was that he kind of went outside the box when he was sampling, like he would make it backwards and...
Yeah, that's what I mean. He would sample outside the box. See, a lot of people don't do that, and that's my thing. You sample, but you sample either the same or a similar way to somebody else.
Okay, cool. So besides sampling, because a lot of these young producers trying to stay away from that because of copyright issues.
Yeah.
Let's talk about sound.
Okay.
Now, me and you've had a couple discussions, and one of the things you mentioned to me is you don't want to be a producer that get put in that category. I make these type beats. Like, you hate when people be like, you make me a such and such type beat.
Yeah. I don't like that because I don't want to be in that box. That's why from now on, whenever I start releasing more music, I'm going to put TDR type beat, because it's like you making it just to pop. That's my thing. Like, are you doing it for the artistry or for just the check? The check.
Okay.
So when it comes to that, you put a Drake type beat, but it's really not. It's your own. That's false advertising.
So it's cheapening the craft. How you feel?
Yeah, it's cheaper than that. But I've also heard people try to justify it. They'll be like, it's for marketing.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I can definitely understand. So let me ask you this: how, as a producer, do you stick out? What are some of your tactics to make you feel like, well, ain't nobody like me?
Okay. What I do is I find different ways to put different things together I try to get a different result every time. I might not want to make a rap song. I might want to make a song with the same instruments, but put them in different places. Okay. That's why I shout out the song Relax, because it's a rap song, but it don't sound like every rap song. It's ambient. That's kind of my thing. And that's the name of my album. Whenever I get finished with it, it's called Ambivert. It's
And what that... Can you define that?
What, ambivert?
Yeah.
Okay. It's my story from 2017, I'm gonna say, until 2018 in October.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. And then I ain't gonna spoil like the story and like the whole twist about it, but I think it's gonna be really good.
Okay.
But yeah, like, every song on that project that I have complete and finished is completely different, because it puts you in that mindset. Like, that's really what music is. It's an escape.
Yeah, definitely.
It's an escape. So that's what I try to make my music. I want, like, every song on this project sounds completely different, because I used it in a different way, and I'll use it in a way that fits the melody. It just depends on how you build the beats. So I feel like if you have a sample, how would you build your beat differently? And, you know, if you listen to Drake or if you listen to Travis Scott, are you gonna put the same drum sounds they got? So I don't know. That's just with me. I'm not saying there's nobody that doesn't have similar music to mine, but what I'm saying is, if I see a sound that I like, that maybe not everybody will listen to, but I like it, you know, like, that's the whole point of artistry. Are you making it for you, or are you making it for everybody else to like it?
So, okay. This kind of reminds me of people like Timbaland and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Do you miss the era of rap where people was actually taking chances with beats? Like,
yeah,
you could turn the radio and be like, dang, that's a little different.
Yeah, I do. That's the whole point of being a content creator. You know what I mean? That's what makes it special, is when that's the thing that kind of goes back to the mainstream.
Yeah.
Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I'm gonna say at least 85% want to be that mainstream, so they're gonna do similar things. But what they don't get is that those people that they trying to emulate, they did their own thing and it worked. They started their own wave and they just kept going with it no matter how small it was. It just got bigger. And that's what being an artist is. You build something no matter how small it is and you keep building.
For sure.
And that's, I mean, artist, like a rapper or whatever, producer. Producing's art. I mean, the music is art. So a producer's really art. Yeah. Producer is an artist if you think about it.
For sure. Hey man, like, share, subscribe. Out of your opioids.